Hey there, I got a question about NP thyroid versus other thyroid medications. Like, what's the difference? Which is better? That sort of thing. So, NP thyroid is it's a desiccated thyroid. It's usually from pigs. It's porcine derived, and so the thyroid gland itself is dried out and then powdered, and that's put into capsules in a standardized way, so that it's known for every grain, as it's called, or every dosage, exactly how much thyroid hormone is in there. But you're getting the whole gland, and it's not like better or worse. It's kind of used maybe in different situations and for different reasons. So the number one reason for hypothyroidism in iodine sufficient countries, which the United States is, United Kingdom, and many others are iodine sufficient countries. Hashimoto's thyroiditis is the number one reason, which is an autoimmune condition. And sometimes going through menopause, you can actually develop autoimmune conditions such as Hashimoto's, because the immune system starts to shift a lot during perimenopause and menopause. You can get a big increase in inflammatory cytokines, so just more chronic inflammation potentially, which may predispose. But there's also a lot of gut issues that come up during menopause for many women. So if there is a dysbiosis in the gut, which is an imbalance in the gut microbiome, if that happens and you get some intestinal permeability, which is just known as leaky gut commonly, if you start to get that kind of situation and a lot of inflammation, and maybe it predisposes you to Hashimoto's. But I'm saying that to say that, in my patients, if they have Hashimoto's, there's many angles that I want to take. I want to try to get at the root cause. I want to decrease inflammation. I want to do everything I can to support the health of the thyroid tissue that's left, because in Hashimoto's, your thyroid gland will get destroyed over time. And so depending on what level of destruction there is there, it definitely makes sense a lot of times to prescribe a thyroid hormone. I'm going to do all the other things that we need to do as well to try to stop the situation from progressing, right? But thyroid hormone is a lifesaver. If you've gone through this, then you totally understand. It's like the light bulb comes on, right? So what I usually do is I will typically start with levothyroxine, which is the pharmaceutical identical to T4 thyroid hormone. Now in NP thyroid, it's the whole thyroid gland that's desiccated. So you actually have both T4 and T3 hormones in there. So you can use NP thyroid and you'll get levothyroxine, which is T4, and you'll get liothyronine, which is T3. You can also just prescribe each of those. So you can prescribe T4, you can prescribe T3. And usually what I've found is that using T4, just the pharmaceutical levothyroxine, works great, because your body, T3 is the active thyroid hormone. So your body, if we give it T4, and if all of the rest of the process is working appropriately in your body, you will convert the T4 to active T3 adequately, and then that'll be fine. And I like that approach because it's a little less pressure on your body and telling your body if we give a building block, T4 is kind of like a building block in a way. T4 will get activated, but then we're leaving it up to your body to activate and produce as much active thyroid hormone as it needs, versus me saying you need this much active thyroid hormone, you need this much T3. That is kind of like me imposing my will on the body. And there are situations where that is the best thing to do. I have definitely prescribed T4 and T3. But I kind of tend toward starting with T4, just the levothyroxine, just to say, here, body, what can you do with it? And then we take it from there. It's in clinical practice, it's always, you start where you start and you play jazz after that. I like to say, you improvise based on the person's situation and what's going on. So I don't think one is better than the other, but that's my preference typically. And that's why there are theoretical reasons that people will bring up and say, well, Hashimoto's is an autoimmune condition. Pig thyroid gland is very similar to ours. So if you're taking it in, maybe you kick up an autoimmune condition, make the autoimmune condition worse or something like that. That's all theoretical, so I'm not going to go into that. But the reasons that I described are kind of what I typically do. I hope you find this helpful. as always, leave me any questions about anything, and I'll just make a video for you. I'm here for education and support for natural medicine and integrative medicine, however I can. My name is Dr. Blake Myers. Thanks for taking me on your journey.